Hey, I've got a theory about who Jon Snow's mother is. Before we begin, there is most likely spoilers in this video, as I am talking about the show as well as the books. Plus, this theory is most likely true, so please take that into consideration. Okay, let's do this. I believe it's Catelyn. Catelyn Stark is Jon Snow's mother. I think Ned Stark consummated the marriage at Riverrun before he went warring, and she got twins. But when Ned went off to rape and pillage the Targaryens, Catelyn became incredibly sad and started drinking and forgot all about Jon, as she just thought she was seeing double of Robb because of her drinking. And Ned didn't bother to argue with her because of, as we know, she's kind of a self-righteous bitch, so Ned just went along with this. Now, you're probably mind blown and wondering how is this possible, and probably pissed off and wondering where the evidence is. So Jon could have been Lord of Winterfell, right? If Ned hadn't been so damn shy, lazy and scared of conflicts. When he promised Jon Snow to talk about his mother, he began planning the most complicated suicide scheme ever just to avoid the conflict, to avoid this conversation. So actually, Ned Stark is the best player in the Game of Thrones. Only his goals weren't the throne. It was suicide. Just before he got his head chopped off, he smiled for himself, thinking, mission accomplished. You know that letter he wrote to Tywin when the mountain was disturbing the peace? In that very letter, there were instructions about the Red Wedding, to have Catelyn killed as well. But now, Tywin found out that Catelyn were drinking worse than Robert Baratheon, so Ned made arrangements with Varys to trick Tyrion into murdering Tywin. See what I said about Ned being the ultimate mastermind? Controlling people years after his death. Super complicated plan just so he wouldn't have to tell Jon, or have him know it all. Ned put more effort in not telling than actually just telling Jon. He just didn't want to admit to boning Catelyn more than necessary. Yes, my friend. He was so ashamed about the boning of Catelyn that he had Robb murdered at the Red Wedding, and gave Walder Frey instructions when he passed the twins on his trip to King's Landing to take on the role as Hand of the King. He then had Rick Grimes eaten by cannibals on Skagos or wherever he is. He had his buddy Howland Reed send his kids to lead Bran way into the wilderness beyond the wall, way out of everyone's reach, and giving him LSD so he could have those green dreams, you know. The only part that didn't work out was when the Hound didn't rape and murder Arya and Sansa, like Ned told him to. Ned also was the one who killed Lyanna. He killed those Kingsguard guys in the most epic intense battle of the ages in order to get to her, because he thought she might know about Catelyn. So when Lyanna laid in a bed of blood, it was because Ned drove his sword like 300 times through her stomach, while roaring like a bear. All this because Littlefinger didn't marry her, and then Ned had to marry her. But he blames his brother his brother for defeating Littlefinger in that duel. So Ned had to marry her, as I said before. Now, this is my theory about who Jon Snow's mother is. Please rate and comment and let me know what you guys think.